Now let's talk about text and typing on a path, which is new to Photoshop. You could do it in Adobe Illustrator like for the last 85 years, but in Photoshop it just popped up the ability to do it maybe 18 months ago. And it's really cool. It's always been one of my favorite things to do in Illustrator, and it gives you a lot of options to add to your Photoshop art. So here we go. It's another bad day down here. There's a few blocks from where I live, but I'm going to make a new layer. And the thing is, if you're going to type along a path, the path is a vector object. And without going into the concept of vectors, if you want to type on an object, it has to be one of these or one of these predefined shapes, or you need to YouTube or Google working with vectors in Photoshop. I'm not going to make it real complicated right now, so I'm just going to type on this oval right here. I have a color for my oval, and I'm going to zoom in on my image. And what the heck, we may as well crop the image. I might have to zoom out to do some cropping here and get just the portion of the sunset I would like to put on my web page. We'll crop it up. Double-click the hand tool, go to full screen, so to speak. Go back to my selection tool, and I want to type some text right over the sunshine. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to zoom in on my oval so you can see what's going on. Oh, this zoom out. Alt will give me a negative zoom. And grab the text tool. Now notice I am in the object layer. In other videos, when using text, I say, okay, get out of the object layer, get out of the object layer, make a new layer. Here I'm going to stay in the object layer, and look at my cursor. It's an I-beam surrounded by a circle. Outside of it, it's an I-beam surrounded by a square. But if I hover right on, they call it the path, right on the path of the object, then the I-beam turns into a little slope, and that means you can type. And notice the text tool that is selected is just the regular horizontal type text tool right here. And I come here and I type. Sunshine is good. How you like that? Okay, so now I go to the Move tool, and what's going to happen now is kind of weird because the text typed on the object, but now you can actually delete the object if you wanted to, but I want to move the text over a little bit so it's, you know, kind of good. So I'm going to go back. Well, actually, I can select this thing, and notice the I-beam now has that little black rectangle next to it. And if I hold down, then I can drag it around like that. Notice that now, as I'm doing this, I am in the text layer and I am no longer in the object layer. That is important. I'm going to come over here, drag it some more. And there you go. Now once I'm done, I can go to the Move tool, I can go to this layer, I can trash that layer. Yes, do you want to trash your layer? Yes, it's gone. And then, cancel that, select this layer, and come down, and there you go. Now I'm curious. Yeah, funny thing is I can come back. Notice here I've selected this black arrow tool, which is associated with the vector tools. tools. But I come down here, I can select this black arrow tool, come up here to the text. I can see that little black arrow right on the right-hand side. Then I can make a little adjustment, drag up and back. And there you go. Typing on a path. Now, this is a web series. I could go very in-depth into this, but just for the heck of it, for you adventurous people, I know somebody out there saying, well, what if you don't want to type on an oval? Well, okay. In that situation, you would want to use the Bezier pen tool. And you can look at one of my video series on how the Bezier pen tool works. So what I might do is I might take a pen tool and I go click. I go click, 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 and then you have to bevel the path, and you use this thingy here called the anchor conversion tool. I mean, the class I teach on this lasts like an hour. Then I should be able to go to the text tool, hover over the path, and I can see the slope. When I see the slope, I can click. This is a great day here. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a predefined shape. You can make your own path using the Bezier pen tool, and you can type on any path, but whatever is really freaking cool. And thanks for subscribing to the series.